Well, it turns out we're going live, and um, the president expects me to be at the border. So I'm gonna go and find out. Hi, Mr. President. Can I just not actually go to the border because it's actually too difficult of a situation to handle? Oh, okay. And at the same time, here's what's really happening. Uh, Yes, I don't even have to get on a phone with anybody because it's it uh was that actually intentional that you wanted to get some a bunch of immigrants over across our country, our country, right, the North America. Either way, even if it was, why would you even do it? Was that something that you is that something that you want to politicize and actually, since you're listening to me and want to like sabotage my entire program, let's do that. So, probably not, right? Either way, this is Kamala Harris. Um, if I go to the border, I'll just be basically honest and true to what is actually going on in America. The Mexicans are taking over. Oh, oh my God. So let's, the Mexicans are taking, this is Kamala. This is Kamala. Oh, yeah, but if, and I'm sorry, not just Kamala. Oh Jesus, I'm totally playing with my phone. Kamala and the president, uh, press secretary, right? Okay. So if we tell you the truth, then you'll actually make a difference in this world. And we don't want that because um, we want Joe Biden to be the president of the United um, States. Okay, so since you asked, let me just tell you that Joe Biden, uh, um, right, exactly. So, what? Oh, you're hanging. Thank thank God. Thank God. Either way. Okay, so this is what drives a person crazy is people hanging up on them and they don't want to hear each other and they just don't want to like that's it. They're done. Really? You're done? Okay, perfect. At the same time, I really do think that I can go a little bit longer than just 4 minutes. But but I don't have enough. Um, oh my Jesus! Yeah, This is not necessarily directed to the administration at the moment or anything else, but I am not happy with anything that's going on, and nobody cares, and that's okay. That's fine. So when I decide to mock and do everything to ridicule whatever it is that the office in supposed power is supposed to be doing, then I should be respected. And at the same time, why don't people acknowledge the fact that there is red tape, and why do people have to go across somebody that whose hair that was a side joke. Uh, Either way, can everybody just resume back to just being colonial, even colloquial? I don't even care. Colloquial means that I get to use all the bad words that I want to use all the time anyway. So we have to go back to doing that. We have to go back to doing and being a colonist. It doesn't matter. Why does it matter? This is important. State cities, if we were to compete against each colonial city and we were to have the same sort of sacrifice, I get it's not a sacrifice, I can't think of the word, but if we were to compete for the same loss, we we're always going to be the the people that are going to get us ahead and get us to the next place and get us to wherever it is that is where there is justice, where there is um, a lot of beer, and where there is fruition, fruition for, and that's why we have to think about how we have to every day think about when we give something of ourselves, it's also just giving something back to somebody else that is going to make something of it. Hopefully, it's has to be that. If it's not that, then I don't know what it is, because that is exactly the purpose of life. And so I'm not necessarily that great at speeches, but I do have to say that when I do have to get started talking, I will not stop. And so I should probably stop here, but I should also keep going just because it's possible that you want to hear more from me. And you might actually. So there is nothing wrong with being a person that wants to explore and wants to be a person that that's not accepted by anybody. That's always like turned down. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh, because that's me. Because that's what you are doing to me. Okay. So, alrighty. So then it looks like I think I'm going to be ending my stream, but I won't actually. All right, so let's do the Bible backwards. So I'm a little bit I asked around about what it means to be the abomination of desolation. So I was directed to Maccabees, and I've been reading a little bit about what Antiochus of the Epiphanes. I have not found the Epiphanes of Antiochus, but I have started to sort of read up on the Maccabees. So let's go ahead and read chapter 14. So 1 Maccabees chapter 14. In the year 172, King Demetrius assembled his army and marched into Media to obtain help so that he could fight Trypho. When Arsaces, king of Persia and Media, heard that Demetrius had invaded his territory, he sent one of his generals to take him alive. The general went forth and defeated the army of Demetrius. He captured him and brought him to Arsaces, who put him in prison. Glory of Simon. The land was at rest all the days of Simon, who sought the good of his nation. His people were delighted with his power and his magnificence throughout his reign. As his crowning glory, he captured the port of Joppa, which I've heard actually means Jaffa today. So Jaffa, like meaning like the coast of Israel, and made it a gateway to the isles of the sea. He enlarged the borders of his nation and gained control of the country. He took many enemies prisoners of war and made himself master of Gazara, Bethsur, and the citadel. So it goes on. The reason that I was laughing at the beginning was because how many times have you read anything in the Bible where there isn't a fight in the Old Testament? Like there's there's something going down. And that kind of I know that I wasn't reading that chapter before, when at the same time it happened to be the same sort of. Okay, well then, to my son Reuben and daughter Daisy, have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday, and let's kick ass tomorrow.